Hi friends, welcome back to Merstack. In today's session, we are going to see how we can achieve batch processing and parallel processing together in Adaptia. To demo the use case, what I did is I took the data from the database, and then in between I use the CP data splitter custom plugin, which works as a for each as well as the batch splitter. And then you can see I use uh, the function calls, and this function call in actual scenario, these function calls are nothing but the sub process flow. So each batch, if you see, each batch is getting processed by a subflow, and this subflow is a multiple instance of a same subflow. Okay, so each batch will get processed by a subflow in parallel. Okay, so let's see how we can achieve this in the Adaptia. So let me quickly show you the database first. So I have a planets table where I have data, 9 records, and I have a planets replica table where I don't have anything. So I'm going to put this data, planets data, into planets replica table, okay, in batches by using parallel processing. So let me show you quickly that CP data splitter, which splits the data. So I'm splitting data in the batch of 3 records. Okay. So each batch will be having 3 records, and each batch will get processed by a subflow in parallel. So let's go to the process flow designer directly. So this is a main flow where I'm getting a data from the database. This is a database source. Once I get the data from the planets table, I'm splitting that data into the batches, and each batch will be having the 3 records. So here I'm checking whether I am having batches available. If batches are available, I am putting that into a context variable so that I can pass that data to the child flow. So here I'm setting that. If you see here, let me show you quickly. So this is a batch data, and this batch data I am setting it to a child context. So if you see, the key name is batch data, and child key name is a planet data. Okay, so planet data will be a context variable used in the child flow. So if you see, this is the child flow. Let me quickly go to the child flow. So here what we have is first activity is context source. So it will take that context variable, which is planet data, which we have created in the parent flow. And then from that context variable, we are generating a stream and then building a target data. Okay, because the schemas are different. For planets is schema, and for planets replica we have a different schema. So let me show you quickly. There is nothing. We are simply mapping the data. So if you see, a schema names are different. That's the reason I can't directly use that schema as it is in the subflow. And then there is a database target, which is writing data to a target table. And to show the actual parallel processing, I'm using delay here so that we can visually see all process flows are running in parallel. Okay. So let's go back to the main flow. And here, once the looping are done, we are ending the flow. So let's go directly to the console, and let's uh, run the flow and see. Okay. So this is a subflow, and this is a main flow. Let me trigger the main flow, and let's go to the. So here you can see main flow is already done. Okay, it's not waiting for childs, and all 3 childs are running in parallel. Okay, because each batch has 3 records, and we have 9 records, so 3 subflows are running in parallel. We can see that. Okay, and let's see. Those are, I mean, those are waiting on the delay activity because I wanted to show visually that those are running in the parallel. Okay, let's go to the database and see whether we have data in the replica table. Yes, all 9 records are inserted in the replica table. Okay, let me check whether these are done. Yes, all process flows are done. So a few things to note. First thing is, we are running this activity in if you see here, asynchronous mode. So if you say wait for child false, then it won't wait for the child. So that means it just triggered the subflow and went back for the next batch. Same thing will repeat it for the other 2 batches. So this is the one thing we need to note. Okay, yeah, that's it from the this session. So we have achieved batch processing by using CP data splitter, and we have achieved parallel processing using the call sub I mean, this activity is not call, it's a spawn activity. Let me show you. We have already talked about this activity. This is a spawn which gives the option to, you know, wait for child or not. In the call activity, that option is not this. That's the reason. To achieve parallel processing, we are using spawn activity. Yeah, that's all from this session. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. Hope you feel it's useful for any of your project. Please share with the friends. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon so that you'll get future video notification. Thank you. Bye bye.